So I'm still starting off with this. Spoilers for Endgame. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. Spoilers for Endgame. Spoilers. Hello and welcome to Hero Headcannon. And today we are talking about Thor from the movie Avengers Endgame. And how this character went from one of my least favorites to probably number 3 in the MCU. And his competition is Spider-Man and Captain America. So let's be honest, that's still impressive. Okay, so you may have noticed that I actually started this video with a picture of myself. If you are just listening to this in podcast-like format, my picture will still be on screen for a little longer. Obviously, I'm not the skinniest guy out there, and something pictures can't show. I suffer from self-doubt and probably a little depression. Like I said, for Marvel, honestly, all of superheroes, the character that was almost always near the bottom of the list for me was Thor. For those that know me in my personal life, would be shocked that I would even put the Hulk higher on the list than I would the mighty Thor. At least most of the time. To me, Thor was always boastful, full of himself, and with his talking in old Shakespeare, "Thee verily thou hast doth mine drapes." The character felt not interesting and not relatable. The only thing he had going for himself was that hammer that gave him his power. But one of my constant Marvel favorites, Storm, she could do any of that all the time. Call down lightning? Check. Fly? Check. She could do that and not need a hammer. The only time that hammer was cool was when someone else picked it up. Captain America lifting it to knock out the threat that had already kicked the God of Thunder around? Hell yeah, that's cool. I'm not sure if this ever happened, but if Spider-Man would ever lift Mjolnir, that would make my day. Mjolnir would be the only thing that made Thor cool, because his hammer was a factor of a hero. If you are worthy, then you can lift it. Superman, Captain America, Wonder Woman, all these other heroes, to be able to lift the hammer made them that much more powerful, and in my opinion, more qualified heroes than Odin's son was ever going to be. But then Endgame happened, and in the great legacy of Marvel, they finally did to Thor what needed to be done to make him feel more at home with the House of Ideas, instead of a missing piece of the distinguished competition's roster. They humanized the God of Thunder. After failing to stop Thanos from snapping out half the universe, Odin's son fell into a deep depression, turning to eat and drink all of his feelings. The only battles he fought were trash talks on Fortnite. The only way he got out of his home was to get more supplies, or if his friends, for lack of a better term, dragged him out. It was then that I saw myself in one of my least favorite characters of all time. But the moment that really sealed the deal for me was when Thor traveled back to Asgard during the time of Thor the Dark World. While thankfully my mom is still alive, Thor's conversation with his mother, knowing full well she would die later, made Thor feel most like me to me. They joked around and had a real moment. Sure, she made a joke about her son needing to eat a salad. But what? I've literally played Yo Mama jokes with my own mother, and she annihilated me. Then was also the moment that he called for Mjolnir. And with it came the real test for himself. Am I a hero? Am I still worthy, even though I no longer feel it in myself? Even though I have tried to do so much good and failed, can I ever be able to do that good again and possibly succeed this time? I felt those questions go through my own mind more times than I care to admit. And then the hammer came, and it confirmed for Thor as well as myself. We may struggle, we may fail, we may at times feel like we will never be able to rise again. that our actions will never be enough, but we are worthy. We are good. Our actions will make this realm a better place, and we are heroes. So yeah, people might make fun of us, but we've made fun of ourselves too. I think I'd tell more fat jokes about myself more than Rhodey does to Thor. And to be fair, cracking lies is Rhodey's coping mechanism. Remember in Civil War, after losing the use of his legs, he's the one to eat up Stan calling Tony Mr. Stank. So in a tense situation, of course he would be the one to make a cheese whiz joke. I'm glad he did, because honestly, even though he had that moment with his mother and was climbing out of the depression he was set upon, Thor wasn't back to 100% yet. Really, I think he saw the gauntlet as his I'll kill myself and make the world a better place because I'll be dead moment. I mean, I might be overreading that scene, but that to me is what I got out of it. And had Rhodey not made that joke, I honestly feel Thor might have dived and tried to use the gauntlet and would have gotten himself killed like Tony did. But thankfully, Rhodey made his joke so that logic and reason could win out, and our God of Thunder got to properly release his depression and help his friends to victory by killing Thanos proper this time. But with that being said, people, if you have a high quality image of Thor from when he visited his mother, please link it to me in the comments down below, as I hope to start cosplaying that look when I get to start going to cons. I do have an image of the Funko Pop, but would like a little bit more if available. I'm already working on building my own Mjolnir, so that I too can feel worthy. For Hero Headcannon, this is Josh Redburn, reminding you, no matter what flows through your veins, you are worthy too. I know it.